Alright, this is a Christmas Spirit Tarot reading for Pisces. This is the 5 card reading, not the 3 card reading from December 1st. So, just to clarify, this is more religious. So, it talks about the North Star and like the wise men and all that. And you know how I am about religious stuff in tarot cards. Tarot cards is more on the, oh, I dabble in the arts that will be left nameless. But it really doesn't have a I love Jesus scenario on it. So um, you don't have to believe in religion. It's totally fine. But some people some people are like, oh, can you make it more religious so it's like family friendly? I'm like, I'm not a family friendly channel. I'm more of a brat that likes to tell you what to do. Anyway, so the first question is the North Star. What is keeping you going towards your destination? We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse is your heart determines whether your luck will rise or fall. Happy and optimistic people attract other people, and good luck is sure to follow. So, if you're happy, or lucky, or optimistic, or me when I was 20, you know, you attract people very fast. I never take, I never take somebody who's eager to meet you as a good sign. I always think of it as they're up to some tricky shit. But like I met all my friends like within a matter of days. I didn't really like we weren't really like, "Oh my god, I'm so happy to meet you." There was no formal invitation. It's like it gradually happens. It's either people like you or they don't. And then you know the community of people splits, and then you find out who your true friends are and who might be a pleb. But people playing themselves. Anyway, you know, you have to kind of be you kind of have to be one of those people that kind of takes it on a rotational circuit basis. Um, but yeah, I just feel like you don't care anymore. Um, I myself, being a Pisces and Aries, have never cared about other things other than myself and my family, because like it gets to the point where it's too much. If I'm dating somebody, of course I care about them and their family, but usually it's more self-contained. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm motherfucking Teresa. I'm staying in the self-preservation area where I have about 5 to 10 people that I care about. I'm not taking care of the community too much if it's self-preservation time. Okay, so I feel like it's self-preservation time for a lot of you. Okay, so number 2, we have the 3 wise men or the 3 messengers. These are the 3 gifts that will aid you in your journey. So let's see what they are. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 10 of Swords. Right side right, which is interesting. Okay, so the first one, the 10 of Wands in reverse. Though you cannot turn back time, you still are changing the present and future with your own power. So, whatever you're going through, you are changing the veils of time. And you are changing your own destiny as well as future generations' destinies, just by being you. It's kind of funny how the universe does that. But yeah, your decisions, choices, and activities you do could be a facto demento of everything else in the fabric of time in the galaxy of your own life as well as future generations. So it's a very interesting concept. And then we have number three. Number three is the Wheel of Fortune, of course, with the dodo bird. And that is, there's going to be a new love or some type of popularity or an appearance of a dependent. So you might have a new child on the way, you might have a new love, you might also become popular all of a sudden, which is, you know, I would hate to be popular. It's terrible. It's so terrible. So, there is going to be a special person that softens your heart. Um, that by being near you, your efficiency to work seems to rise quickly if you use your cheerfulness to the best of your ability. Your love life can be kept at a stable state for a while. So, with everything going on, you're gonna meet somebody. You're probably like working a lot, and then you're gonna meet somebody, and then you're gonna be like, "Holy shit!" Now I'm popular, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. I must say, you don't have time for your own shit, and you might be like a reader or something, or you might like work at a very high tech job or something, and it's like I can't balance a social life and have a job or have time off and just like relax anymore. You have to entertain people, and that's terrible. You have to, if you want to not be popular, you have to be like that host that like makes your own food, that you don't like eat out or anything, and they drop off like flies. Like they might call you from time to time, but it's not like it's like, oh, we have to hang out. No. If you make your own food, sometimes you get a lot of people that like you, or you have some people that are like, that's kind of weird that you would be making food around a pandemic. But yeah, that's one way to do it. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Your true friends will stick around. Your imposter friends will leave. Anyway, so this is going to be the gift you give someone else. You have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is the accomplishment of a basic power. It's okay to go at your own pace. There are seasons in life. There is the nurture time of growth, which would be the spring. There is the winter time that would be a change or something that would allow you to gather strength or hibernate like I love to do. I would love to hibernate right now. It would be great. But yeah, it's a time to build strength would be the period of winter. Do not spend or don't spread yourself too thin. Just settle down slowly and work on things. So yeah, sometimes you need to kind of take the seasons as they are, seasons of your life, the seasons of wisdom, the seasons of building. You know, some people manifest things during summer. Some people are, you know, their shops are off the chain around fall. But there's a season for everybody. Like you could be really good at some things, and you could be really lethargic about other things. So you know you kind of have to balance everything out. And I feel like that's good for anybody who's like starting out really big or really small. You have to take it in bite-sized portions. If you can't take on something bigger than yourself, you have to start off bite-sized, learn the route, learn the trials and tribulations, um, reinvent if you have to, and then do it all over again, and keep making modifications as you go. I myself keep making modifications, so like I'm never satisfied with the final item, you know. Some people take my ideas and like they can run with them. With me, I have to like look at it and be like, yeah, that sucks. But yeah, and edit, redo, modify to fit what I want it to do. Like, I'm never satisfied with myself. And that comes from my mother. She's a perfectionist too. She has A plus personality. She's an engineer. She's a mechanical engineer. And being in a male dominated field, she's always like the brainiac of the bunch. Or she'll be like, no, that doesn't work that way, and blah 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 blah. She will call a man out on his shit, even when she hires contractors. My mom has arthritis, and she's been doing mechanical engineering for a long time. She knows how things work. She knows how your house is supposed to look. She knows what certain items on the market do. She's done market research on things for her engineering degree. So she kind of knows what's on the market, knows what inventions go and stuff like that. But she's never satisfied. I'm never satisfied with the final thing because, like, I know it could be better. I know there's more things. There's every technical thing that you can do to something, and it would never be enough, okay? Because the fact of the matter is that you have to constantly rebuild a house, all right? There's no way of like, oh, it's going to be fine. It's going to be kept in a sealed bag or it's going to be bubble wrapped. That's nice for like a train set, but it's not nice for like your living space. You constantly have to maintain and rebuild. So, like, you're never going to be satisfied with the final product, unless you're like one of those people that loves old houses, or you love to keep it to the theme that the house was meant to be. Like, if it's a colonial, you keep it kind of like wood floors, wood tables, chairs, and benches, like a butcher block table, and stuff that's more like, oh, I went into the woods and built this. And if it's like, I guess a Tudor, it would be more of like little, um, like metal accents, or like really deep purples and blues and stuff, because like it has to look kind of like a real rich kind of setup. It can't be just, oh, I'm gonna put this on the wall and this on the wall. You have to make it kind of look almost Victorian. When I think Victorian, I think of the like either Henry VIII, or like um, who's that lady? Elizabeth, or the Queen of Scots. I think that's Mary Elizabeth, Henry VIII. Um, there was a lot of there's a lot of Victorian icons, but there's like that's that rich color, and just the feel of that would be more thing, because you would have to design it to match what your vision is. But with everything, you're gonna have to work through things, okay? And that's kind of my point. It's not gonna be like one size fits all. If you want to decorate your house a particular way, you can do that. If you want to understand yourself, you have to kind of work with professionals, therapists. Ask really hard questions. Don't be like, oh, what's the weather? Ask them like, what would be a trigger for somebody who's going through this, this, and this? Or what would happen if this happened? Or, how would I react to that? Or how would somebody react to that if they have this, this, and this? But, yeah, therapists are a lot of fun to, like, talk to. But they overanalyze you, which is a fucking problem. But anyway, everything's going to take time, and you're going to have to work through a lot of things. But you're also going to have to reach a point of understanding things, okay? So, and it's not just regular things, it's understanding something else than what your perception of something is. So it's not going from like high school to college, it's going from life perspective that you've seen so many times before to somebody else's perspective of the same thing, going through their line of succession in their line. So it's weird. So you're gonna have to look at something very differently. So anyway, Pisces, hopefully this helps you out in some way, shape, or form. Like, I'm really tired. It's late. It's like probably 3 in the morning here. So I'm gonna let you guys go. And guys, girls, bicentennials. I don't know what people are going by these days. It's one of those things. But hopefully everything, goes well for you. I'm sure everything will. It's just changing perception of things. And I feel like you've probably changed perception many a times, looked at things a little differently, and looked at all sides of a particular thing. Okay, so anyway, I will see you in the next reading, alright? Later.